Hey, what's up, guys? It's everybody's favorite asshole, Patreon State of the Totally Fucked, Paradox Moxley, coming live from the sanitarium. This is the October 16th edition of NXT I'll be reviewing. Sorry I'm a couple of days, I'm probably just a day late. I watched the whole episode the night of, with an exception for the main event, which I just got a chance to sit down and watch. So the main event's really fresh in my mind. Kind of got bits and pieces, so I hope you don't mind. I'll be using a little script for for most of this, anyways. I noticed they changed the intro video slightly. Probably add a couple of different a couple of different little clips. It looks a lot better. It looks more together than it ever has. So, you can take that for what it is. The show began with Baron Corbin, who had kind of a new intro. The music was tweaked slightly, and they used this ultra bright light effect on him, which I think is probably what his character, at least his intro, or his they're just trying to get him over any way they can. They put him in a match with a man named Nick Sampson, who had no intro and was beat like in 15 seconds. I didn't count. Um, I've I've read that at some of the other tapings that people are starting to count how long the match is. There was a short "Baron's gonna kill you" chant, which probably would have lasted longer if the match would have lasted longer. And I don't grade squash matches. Next was a promo between Sami Zayn and Tyson Kidd, and this was mainly entertaining because Tyson came out in a Sami Zayn T-shirt. Um, I enjoy when heels do things like that to to make things more entertaining and to feel more authentic. Uh, they threw bits of each other's past in their face. And it was a decent promo, but there were some awkward moments. I give it a B minus for that. Both of them are decent enough on the mic to where they can cut a viable promo against anybody. But putting them against each other, you figured you'd come up with something better than that, especially with Tyson Kidd. So it was it was awkward. It was B minus at best. Next was the Lucha Dragons, which is Kalisto and Sin Cara, versus Wesley Blake and Buddy Murphy. Um, they didn't have any intro. Again, I thought this was going to be another squash match, and for intensive purposes, it kind of is. I gave this match a C plus, however, because the last minute and a half of the match really was impressive on behalf of the Lucha Dragons. Um, I think it was Kalisto that hit a sunset bomb from the second rope, and it was one of the most dangerous things I've ever seen. At least WWE, put on television in a long time, and I wouldn't be surprised if I never see it again. For that reason, I gave it a C plus. That reason only. Like I said, I usually don't grade squash matches whatsoever. They gave us a Mojo Rawley update, but who the fuck cares? Next up was Becky Lynch versus the Nature Girl, Charlotte Flair. I know I'm not supposed to call her that, but that's what she is to me. Of course, she beat Becky with natural selection. I don't think I've ever seen anybody get a victory over Charlotte since I started watching. I'd like to see what her win-loss record is at this point, because she doesn't take very many losses, as far as I can tell. I gave this match a B plus, and honestly, this was probably the best match of the taping. Um, but and it would have gotten higher had it not been for Becky Lynch. Maybe if she would have been working with Bayley or somebody else, um, it would have gotten higher. But I if you watch my recent, uh, if you watch my other progress reports on NXT, you'll kind of see how I feel about Becky Lynch, and that I think that eventually she's just going to get lost in the shuffle because there's nothing there. There's little ability. I mean, she's cute, but there's got to be more than that. You know, and I guess most wrestling fans are shallow enough to just let that be enough. But for me, that's not enough. There has to be more than just, she's cute on the surface. I've never seen her cut a promo up until later tonight, but I'll get to that. Um, then next, the Ascension cut a promo on a Dale Hatami, which was kind of gay. I'll be quite honest. And when I say gay, I don't, I'm not trying to offend gay people. I don't want people to feel like I'm gay bashing when I say things are gay. What I mean is that it sucks dick. Next we had Enzo and Cass versus the Legionnaires. And I've been waiting for this match ever since the Fatal 4-Way pay-per-view. I don't know why they've kept the Legionnaires off TV as long as they have. I think the Legionnaires are great. I like them, and I like Enzo and Cass, and I think they're fucking perfect adversaries. But they're trying to build up this whole Carmella thing, and I understand. The match began until Marcus Louis loses his wig, and the match just kind of ends at that point and stops being, you know, it ends in no contest when Marcus Louis beats Sylvester LaForest's ass for removing his wig. I was really disappointed in that. I was really wanting to see Enzo and Cass in the ring because I feel like I don't see them enough in the ring. I see a lot of the promos. I see when they come out, they say some entertaining shit. They do some entertaining shit backstage, but we really got to see them in the ring every once in a while. Uh, I want them to continue being relevant. However, they did this for a purpose, where they brought out this girl who they referred to as Blue Pants because she was wearing some kind of blue spandex outfit, and you know, she had a match with Carmella. The uh, did they refer to her sensational Carmella? I can't remember. They called her the fabulous Carmella, something like that. It was a throwback what they did, and Enzo and Cass are big on doing that, and I'm surprised they get away with doing some of the things they do, like Big Cass, doing the whole Price is Right music. Did they get away with that? I don't know. I, and when Marcus Louis comes out, he's continuing to shave his eyebrows. Vince, that man should get a fucking raise for that. Which led to Carmella coming out versus Blue Pants. They called her Blue Pants. I don't know. She put on some kind of weird downward triangle scissor lock, which, you know, does not look realistic at all. Like, how would she apply that? And I guess we'll just have to see what it's like in a real match, because it was, again, a squash match. And you can't have two squash matches in one show, and that's why that's why I was so disappointed in this episode, because it had two squash matches on the card. And I know one was to suit a storyline, and they're trying to get this guy over, so they're just having him come out and destroy, these no name guys. But and she was a newcomer, so I kind of understand that. But have them on separate shows. They should have, you know, I don't think they should have kept Baron Corbin off for another week. They should have debuted Carmella next week, or just had her come out and do a spot. They didn't have to have her in a match. Two squash matches in one evening. I don't like that. We had back-to-back promos where we had Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks kind of, just kind of bitch at each other, and then we had Adrian Neville cut a promo on Titus O'Neil. Now, apparently, there's going to be a NXT title shot for Titus O'Neil against Adrian Neville next week on NXT. Why? And this is my big question about NXT. Why would anybody want that belt? That is the ugliest fucking belt I've ever seen in my life. And of course, our main event ends with Sami Zayn ends like it always ends, with Sami Zayn in the main event versus Tyson Kidd. The difference between this and last week is Sami Zayn got the win. Now, what they were talking about from the promo from earlier, the focal point from the promo from earlier in the evening between Tyson Kidd and Sami Zayn was that Sami Zayn is a choke artist. Sami Zayn can't win the big one. And we've seen this before. We've seen this storyline time and time and time again between, uh, different WWE, WWF, WCW, ECW superstars, where somebody just can't quite grab the brass ring, as like they like to call it in the business. Um, and I understand. I understand running out of ideas, but I think they need to be more creative with this one, because it's obvious. You have him come out and say, this is the night I turn it around, and then you have him have the big victory over Tyson Kidd. What does that prove? Next week you're giving a title match to somebody who's not even on the program. How is that relevant? How does that build the guys who are not established yet? Titus O'Neil's established. You need a star power? No, you don't. You have star power. You have guys there that you need to be bringing up. I think they're stalling. Anyways, I gave this match a B plus. It could have been better. There's just nothing special. Last week with Titus O'Neil and Sami Zayn, there were some special moments. I honestly feel there were some special moments. This match, there's just nothing special about it. And I think that's might be what I think that might be what I think that might be what Tyson Kidd's problem is. He has too good of matches with people, and they keep him on that level. He's good at elevating other talent. He's good at making other people look great. But I think that's going to be a detriment to him, because he's been in the business a long time, and honestly, he deserves to be held in a lot higher regard than he is. And that's not to say that Sami Zayn isn't. But I feel that people are really behind Sami Zayn, and I personally hope. A lot of people say they hope that he gets the NXT championship soon. I don't. I hope he gets his call. I hope he gets called up very soon. I gave this match a B plus, as I said. Overall, I gave the show a B. It's alright. No Hideo Itami, no Bull Dempsey, no Tyler Breeze, no Bailey. Mainly no Bull Dempsey. Where the fuck is Bull Dempsey? Bull, you know? I don't know what they're doing with him. So, thank you for watching. If you've actually watched, it doesn't look like very many people watch this channel yet, so this might be one of the last videos, but I might continue. Who knows? So, subscribe, like, share. This is Paradox Moxley. Thank you for watching.